All right, fam. So, welcome back. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you guys are gearing up for another good weekend too. Um, Last week we were talking about more mixing and stuff. Um, I know Tony sent me a mix, but Ethan, I don't think I got one from you. So if you can get one to me ASAP. What we're gonna be doing now is we're gonna start getting into preparing for your mixtape. So we just want to make sure that as we're start getting those songs ready and those songs selected for the mixtape, um so that you have like the ear to hear what's going to go together and stuff. So that's why I want to hear you guys' mixes, and see how you guys' transitioning is coming along. um Tony, we'll get into the mix that you sent me. We'll do that more towards the end. But yeah, so we're gonna be um what I'm gonna ask of you guys is to start sending me like the songs that you're gonna be selecting that you're gonna make for your mixtape by next week. Not the full list, but like at least half of the songs or something like that, because we want to start putting those together and then making sure they sound good, and then I mean just the actual recording and tracking of them, so you guys can put this out to release. But today, so that's what we're gonna be doing for like homework and stuff. So Ethan, yeah, send me your mix. But today we're gonna talk about emceeing. What it takes to be the master of ceremonies and to guide and lead a mass of people, whether it's 10, whether it's 50, 100, or 1,000, 2,000. Like I'll get into the different types of emceeing, and the different ways to go about each scenario. So um first of all, emceeing, it stands for master of ceremonies. And this is the way I like to think about it, because we're DJs, so I like to think of it from the DJ background. um MCs, they started off rappers. I mean, that's why they call them MCs, because rappers now, they came from like the roots of like real MCs back in the like early hip hop days, which was basically master of ceremony, which means like they would guide the party. They would lead and move everybody with their words, and like what they were asking him to do. So that's why back in the day, like hip hop, it'd be like clap your hands, everybody. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And he would be the one to like get the people to do certain stuff. Um, it wasn't until after DJing that MC became a thing, because the DJ was rocking the party with the music, and then just little by little, they have friends and stuff, and they would hop on the mic and they tell everybody like, yo, everybody make some noise, everybody jump up and down, stuff like that. And you know as certain MCs had like their own style and stuff, then when they would kind of like start to flow a little bit, or they start coming up with like those catchy melodies and stuff. So that's the point of an MC, is to like lead and guide the people to basically do what you want. So now, like, fast forward to the modern age, it's like it's a very powerful tool that if you have it on lock, you'll be just a whole like another level DJ, because there are DJs that DJing all over the world, in all the biggest clubs, and they get by on their MCing alone. So if you can DJ and MC like that, then you're just gonna be, unstoppable. Um, so the reason why it's so good is because at the end of the day, you just want to make, well, depending on the type of set you're dropping, if you're doing like a club set where your responsibility is to make sure that all the guests there are having a good time, that all the sections that are sold are partying and stuff, and they're getting the attention that the club wants to give them. It's really important, you know what I mean? It could be even more important of the music sometimes, or at certain points of the night. So it's it's a really good thing to master it and to be comfortable with it. And I think that's the main thing with emceeing, that everybody, nobody's really used to, speaking in front of a lot of people. Some kids or just some people are naturally about it, but not everybody. So, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just takes practice. It takes getting comfortable with your presence. Takes takes time to get comfortable with your voice. Um, and it takes some time to just develop into that character. Um, so anybody can MC. You just have to, be willing to slowly improve and keep trying at it. Um, so the first thing that I would talk about with MCing, which I mean, it's what makes you an MC is when you have a mic, right? So here's your handy dandy microphone. I don't know if you guys know this yet or not, but first rule is when you're holding the mic is to hold the mic properly so that they can hear you right. A lot of rappers, a lot of MCs, I'm sure you guys have seen it in concerts or YouTube videos and stuff. They always hold the mic like this. Um, when you're shouting lyrics on stage, like at the top of your lungs, it could maybe work because I left it like a little part right there, but this isn't the way to hold a mic. You're gonna cut off like you're gonna cut off what's inside it that's picking up your voice. You know what I'm saying? So proper way to hold a mic is just don't put your hand anywhere over the silver stuff. Just hold it normal. Hold it like this. I think people that cover it are maybe a little shy or something. Hold it like this so that your voice can properly just go in there and you'll be nice and loud. Another thing is holding it, the right amount of distance from your face, which I would say is like maybe an inch, 2 inches. But what you'll see a lot, especially if you're out and DJing private events or weddings or corporate events, a lot of people are just unaware that you need to hold the mic up to your face, and they'll be holding a mic like down here, talking like this, and then everybody's like, "Hey, turn up his mic, we can't hear him." And it's just like, dude, I'm maxed out on my volume, on my gain for the mic, and the only reason why you can't hear him is because he's holding it so low. And then you just say like, hey, like just pick up the mic to your face, and then they're gonna be nice and loud and clear. So if you come across that, just be aware of that. But you as an MC should know the proper way to do it. Hold it from right here, from the handle part. Hold it up to your face about an inch, 2 inches, and speak loudly and project your voice. Um, like I said, it takes time to become comfortable with your voice. It takes time to become comfortable with your character and the way you're gonna talk. But as a leader, you need to be confident. As a DJ, you need to be confident. As a DJ, you're a leader too. You know what I mean? Like you're the one leading the vibe with all the music and stuff. You as a DJ control the whole party when it comes to your time to control a party. So it's an important job. That's why, yeah, I stress it a lot with weddings and private events, because a DJ can make or break your wedding. You can have like a delicious cake that everybody's gonna get like this little piece of, but if your DJ sucks, everybody's gonna remember that the DJ sucked and nobody had fun at your wedding. And that why would you want a wedding like that? So um DJs are important. So you're a leader in that sense, and the MC too. An MC can, like I mentioned before, it could like fix a messed up DJ. But that's not what we're going for here. We want you to be great at both. So um project your voice. Just once you get confident with the voice that you have, you'll sound more confident, and everybody's gonna, I don't know, pay attention to you more, or they'll be more when you sound more confident on the mic. People kind of just listen to you more. Because they see that you're a confident individual, so they want to follow that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, first and foremost, hold the mic right and speak loudly and clearly into it. And now, as far as talking, like your voice, Usually, and I think, I mean, unless there's, I'm sure you've heard people that talk on the radio. Those are MCs too. Um, some of them just have like a naturally kind of gifted voice, or just a naturally just um strong voice that you're just used to hearing, that you would be used to hearing like in a broadcast. But most of us don't. I don't think I have a voice like that. A lot of us don't. So it's okay to change your voice a bit, because at the end of the day, you want to be relatable, but you don't need to be completely normal. You're an entertainer. So if you need to make your voice a little bit deeper, or just a little more energetic, like, that's the point. Do that. You just need to kind of like take the leap, to just not be afraid to do it. And I've heard you guys I've heard you guys start talking on your lives, which is good. You know what I mean? Like, practice that way. Um, do shout outs, like on your Instagram live, do shout outs, and shout out birthdays, or just shout out people for joining in, or do requests and stuff, and just practice like that, so that you can get comfortable with talking um to people. So um we were talking about your voice, yeah. So yeah, just practice, and record yourself. Take the time to even if it's a voice memo or something like that. A lot of the times when I was barely getting into like just being a better MC, I would just stand outside and record myself talking, like if I was talking to a wedding, or to, a club or a group of people. That way you hear it back, and you can adjust. You can say like, "Oh, well, I sound a little bland right here." And that's the main thing, like, when you're talking on the mic, and you're guiding these people, you can't sound like a normal person. You can't really sound like you're just somebody having a conversation. It just sounds boring. Like, nobody wants to hear that. You need to sound energetic. You need to sound fun. You need to like make them feel like, damn, like, okay, we're about to have a party. Like, oh, this is gonna be great. And like, you could set the tone with you could set the tone with your emceeing and with the DJing. If the DJ music is the vibes are right, and your emceeing is on point, people are just gonna naturally like just gravitate to having to being expecting a good time. And you're gonna notice that when you start getting into the dance floor part, when you start mixing, it's gonna it'll just be a little bit easier, because people are just already antsy. You know what I mean? Like, because you just set the tone, and you're like, oh, I just want to have fun already. um so in private events, you know what you got to be doing. Okay, so an overall MC is a host, right? So let's talk about private parties. That's what you need to be doing. You're like the host for the people that hired you. So for example, when people are walking in, greet them. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ramirez wedding. Take a minute to find your seats. Dinner is going to be served in about 30 minutes. Thank you very much. Something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's like if it's like if you're throwing the party. You know what I mean? That's what I mean about being like the leader as a DJ and the MC. Like, you kind of just take that role of like, you're throwing the party, and you're gonna make it fun. Don't make it about yourself, because it isn't. It's about, your clients and their guests, whether it's a corporate party or wedding, or whatever. But just take that initiative, to make it happen for them, because you're the professional. So, yeah, say things like, invite them in, tell them that that they need to find their table number, or any announcements. Like, I always ask, something we do with our corporate clients, like Citadel and Macy's, and those kind of places. We ask for programs. You know what I'm saying? So, um, they'll give you talking points, like certain sales that they have going on, and stuff like that. I'm sure you guys have heard MCs, so you know you could probably hear which ones sound boring and stuff, and which ones you can tell like they have like a trained voice. So look that up on YouTube. See what kind of voices you like, what kind of tone you would want to do. Some I know a DJ who his thing is to do like a more low tone. He'll be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brianna's quinceañera." But you know what I mean, like, but he makes it sound cool. He makes it sound energetic. Like, he presents it the right way himself, and that's just kind of his thing. You know what I mean? They're like, "Oh, dude, you have a really deep voice," and then like he talks normal, but it's like, "Oh, I just it's my MC voice," you know. Um, don't go high pitched. I don't know. You can, but if it sounds energetic, I to me, it's just sound strong and sound confident. All right. All right. So with private events, yeah, you're gonna be hosting, invite people in, and just always be, upbeat throughout the party because you're gonna be interacting with like the get with not just the guests, but like the say the bridal party with the bride and groom, or you're gonna be interacting with, the CEO or like the marketing director, that's in charge of everything. So give them good energy because they're probably stressed, and and when you're going and ask for these talking points, like give suggestions of what you think might go right because they don't really know how to do this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like they know how to talk on the mic, but they don't know how to like guide it. And I always try to find ways to segue when you're doing introductions, and when you're gonna segue from let's say like a toast to a dance. You can say like a little quote, or find different ways to just make it more seamless. This is something that I like to do. After at the end of a toast, I always like to ask the parents if they'd like to say something, and they always do. You know what I mean? So like they'll come say something, and then that's when I'll go into like the father daughter because they're already up on stage, and then I just said, "Look, we're gonna have Mr. Ramirez join Claudia Ramirez on the dance floor for their father daughter dance." You know what I'm saying? Um, and you're gonna be surprised that people will react and listen to you. It's pretty cool. You know what I mean? If you say, "Everybody give it up for the bride and groom," or "Everybody give it up for your maid of honor," something like that, they're gonna clap and stuff. So you want to keep giving that energy throughout the night. But big tip, don't be too much. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have also heard MCs that are just on the mic way too much. So at the beginning, do make your announcements, um, introduce everybody, or welcome everybody in, but just kind of do what you need to do. Don't do too much. Once you start the party, that's when you can be like, clap your hands, everybody hands up, single ladies, hands in the air, stuff like that throughout your night when you feel like you need the energy. Cool. Um, now, so that's private setting. Oh, and another thing, especially with private, an MC, just like a DJ, you need to present yourself properly with your attire. You're going to be in front of everybody, and you're going to be the guy that everybody's going to be looking at and listening to. So the better you look, the easier it's going to be to get a response. So dress the part, in whatever setting you are, if it's a corporate event or whatever. I mean that's a general thing. So, but just keep that in mind. If say you feel like your outfit is off and you have to MC and DJ, I don't know, maybe consider turning back and getting another outfit or something like that, because it makes a difference, and it makes a difference mainly in your confidence, which is like the biggest thing with MCing. Um, as far as club MCing, and like artist live sets and stuff, that's kind of up to you. I kind of find it a part of my thing, just because I kind of come from a more hip hop club setting. So in hip hop clubs, the MC plays a really big part. There'll be times where like the MC will tell the DJ like to completely stop the music, and he'll segue into another aspect. You know what I mean? He'll be like, "Yo, hold up, hold up, hold up, real quick. Where are my birthday girls tonight? Where are all the birthday ladies? Make some noise. Birthday girls, hands up. Where y'all at? Make some noise. Hey, yo, Kato, drop that birthday shit for me one time." And then you drop um like that 2 Chainz birthday song, or birthday bitch. You know what I mean? So since I come from that setting, that's I kind of bring that a little bit. Um and I also come from a private DJ setting, like weddings and stuff, which is, emceeing is also prominent. So to me, it's just a little more natural. I feel like you should MC. You know what I mean? Um, but again, like if this is your artist set, it's up to you to how you want to present yourself to your audience. I think it's good. I think it's fun. I feel like it makes it a little bit more of a personal experience with the guest and the DJ. But the same rules apply. You need to keep it energetic, keep it upbeat, keep it fun. You're gonna say dumb stuff on the mic here and there, but just, you know, keep moving on. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be the end of the world. Just don't say something disrespectful, or if you can't say bad words, just don't say bad words or something like that. But I think when MCs maybe start saying like some goofy stuff is when they start overthinking, when they get nervous, and when they don't prepare. So a good thing to do is to always prepare. And like I said, go practice and record yourself. Um, that helps with preparation too. So something that I do with them sing, especially when it comes to say quinceañeras or weddings that have like a lot of names, and these are families that you don't know how to. Sometimes you don't know how to pronounce their names. You know what I mean? Because there's some crazy last names out there, or just first names too. Is to prepare and practice. So if you get a list with names, what I do, like say if it's a bridal court, maid of honor and like all the other people, whoever's giving it to me, which is usually like the bride or whatever, or their mom or something, I'll ask them like, hey, I'm gonna just read these names off to you really quick to make sure I'm pronouncing them right. Okay, even if it's a normal name, it's like Brianna Munoz. Okay, Brianna Munoz. And then, you know what I mean? You go down, and then that way they can tell you, oh, this one is off or something like that. And if there's something that you have a question about, just go ahead and ask, because you have to consider that when it comes to these events and these moments, they're like kind of one-time things, and they're gonna be recorded. You know what I mean? So um, you want to do your best to give them the best experience ever. So, you don't want them to have a wedding video where you're saying their name wrong, you know, when it's something that you could have prevented by just by double checking with somebody. So if something looks iffy, just go and ask a family member, something like that. Sometimes when like my DJ booth is next to a table or something, I'll be like, hey, how do you pronounce it? Do you know how to pronounce this name real quick? And sometimes they'll know. Sometimes they're like, oh, I don't know that person, and then just go ask somebody else. But yeah, that's preparation. You know what I mean? So go over it, prepare that, and also prepare your lines too. I've like steps outside of the the banquet hall or whatever it is, and I've just practiced outside speaking it loudly. Like if I was talking into the mic, how I'm gonna say a certain introduction, how I'm gonna segue into something else, and it'll help you just with like the your muscle memory with your voice, and then that way you won't be as nervous, so you don't stutter and stuff. Um, and another thing too is to talk slow, or not talk slow because you don't want to sound like an idiot, but you don't need to speak so fast. Just speak clearly and loudly and appropriately. um I'm saying this because when I started, I felt like I needed to say everything fast, like, hey everybody, welcome to the Gutierrez wedding, blah, 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 you know what I mean? And then like I just thought that I had to say it like that so that I sound smarter or better, but I ended up just not being able to be understood, because your voice is being projected through like a microphone and these speakers that have these that they're bouncing off the walls and stuff, or it might be like an echoey room. So when you're just like pronouncing like hella forgot what they're called, but just like a lot of like variables in the words and shit really quick, they're not gonna understand you. So just speak cloud, like literally loud and clear. and it'll help you because if when you speak a little bit more slow, a little more slowly, then um, you can process what you're gonna say a little bit better. Um, yeah, let's see. What do you guys have any questions for right now? I'll mute you guys. You guys have any questions? What do you guys think?
I pretty much like got everything you said, dude. Like it makes total sense. Like you want to make sure like as you're speaking on the mic, you want to make sure you have like a loud, clear voice. That way they
Mhm.
can hear what you're saying instead of mumbling.
Right, right. That's you, Tony. Right. What about you, Kato? Kato. All right. Well, cool. Yeah, exactly, man. Um, project your voice, and also I think the biggest thing that I already mentioned is be confident, man. Just be confident up there. It'll take a few times for you to really get comfortable and nail it and know what you're doing and stuff, but that all just comes with experience or with practice, you know. But I feel mainly with experience because you're gonna actually have people in front of you listening to you. Um, you could practice outside in your backyard, but obviously it's gonna change when you have a couple hundred people listening to you. Um, and also what I try and do sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it depends. If the family looks friendly or if the clients look nice and friendly or something like that, I don't mind like kind of looking at them, and like if I feel like if anything, it's better for me to actually kind of just feel like I'm talking to like, one person or like a group of people, but I'm talking to everybody. But if I'm feeling kind of nervous or like maybe because there's like hella stuff going on and I'm like kind of just busy and nervous and not fully comfortable, then I just look kind of like towards like say there was like a clock at the back of the room, like just look straight back and kind of just talk there. Kind of like if you're talking to everybody or like you're like overlooking the room and stuff. Um so yeah, just kind of gauge it on how you feel, but definitely prepare. Um there wasn't much there I don't think it was anything in the books that talks about emceeing. That's why I wanted to kind of go through it. But the only part that I did see that was kind of like was relatable was how to guide the night. Where is it? But I mean that's something we're gonna go into with DJing too. But same thing, you know what I mean? Like if you're DJing, if you're emceeing at a club, um slowly like slowly introduce yourself and people. What's up? Welcome to Caliente Thursdays. We got DJ Kato in the mix. Grab a drink. We're having fun. It's Friday. It's the weekend, baby. Let's go. You know what I mean? That way, when people walking in, they're like, "Oh, cool." You know what I mean? Like, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, MCs and DJs really have the power to like make something happen for either a group of people or a certain individual. Like, you could change their mood. You can make their week. They could be having a good week and they go see you. You do a great job playing dope music. You give off good vibes on the mic. You know, these people, that's what they kind of live for sometimes. Just that night out to have fun, and you can make it happen. Set the tone. It is. Yeah, this is really good too. So I'm gonna read this out loud. The overriding mission you have here is to set the tone and do so early. Simply being nice will get all the important people on your side. The good vibes at any event spread out from the DJ, and you've just recruited yourself a small army of helpers. The bar staff will give you a thumbs up when you're doing well, feeding back into your confidence. Get one or two of your new friends dancing behind the bar a bit, and it will spread to your crowd, encouraging them to buy a second drink and settle in for the night. Smile and be friendly from the off. Wait, hold on. Smile and be friendly from the off before anyone is even in the venue. Just smile and be friendly, and you'll naturally segue into continuing to do so as your dance floor is filling. Um, you'll be, to paraphrase Fatboy Slim from our intro, looking up, seeing what's going on, smiling. You'll be spreading the vibe. DJing, as we know, is about transfer of energy, and your attitude and demeanor from the off is where it starts. Get your DJ behavior right, and you're ready to play a great set in public, perhaps for the first time. Sorry. Get your behavior right, and you're ready to play a great set in public, perhaps for the first time. Little things you do early on grow into bigger things later, like carefully tending the first flame of a fire that will eventually keep you warm for the whole night. There's just one slight issue that appears to affect every DJ I've ever known, myself included, and let's get dealt with it. And that's when we get into nerves and confidence. So this is chapter. This is just page 187 on us for how to behave at a gig. And so they talk about being sober and be professional. So if you guys want to read that, that'd be good. Like nerves and stuff. Do you guys have any like issues with nervousness and stuff? I know you guys are just starting and stuff, but how do you guys feel when it comes to talking on the mic?
I feel like for me, I feel a little bit confident on the mic. Like I don't really get like that nervous
That's good.
because I've done it. I've done it before at my previous job, where like they have me speak in front of people. So I've had that. I've had that down already.
Yeah, that usually helps. Like kind of doing upper public speaking, or when you need to present. It's kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? But you just got to add that animation, that life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
yeah, and like you can wear it on your face and stuff too. You know what I mean? So that's why I said like smile, just give off good vibes, good energy. Um, that's what you are as a DJ. Like you might have been setting up for 2 hours before the event. You're gonna have to tear down for an hour after the event, or whatever, or you might have had like a bad day. That's a little challenge as a DJ. You might have had like horrible day. Your girlfriend dumped you. You lost your car. I don't know, and you now as your job, you have to go and like give off all these positive vibes. But that is a sacrifice I'm willing to take for the music. You know what I'm saying? So, um, just keep that in mind. Keep. But what helps me honestly, since I love music, is as soon as I start like playing music and listening to the music, I'm just like, I'm good. I'm doing what I want to do. Yeah. So that's mainly what I have for emceeing. Like just the covering everything. Prepare, practice, and be confident. Um, now, so like I said, what we're gonna be doing is getting into your guys' mixtapes, and next week we're gonna do the class in the studio. So we'll be able to do some more of like the lab, like so you guys can like practice and mix and stuff. Tony, so I listened to like the first couple minutes of your mix. Have you listened to it?
Yeah, mainly when I'm like working, like during the days when I'm delivering, I usually like listen to it all the time.
Okay, and what do you think?
Uh, Realistically, I like it, but I know like there's parts of it where I know where I could like improve on it. Like like I know there's a part in the like not in the beginning, but like it's semi beginning, like towards the middle. I know there's like a part where like it just like shuts down, like it just goes quiet, and then it like that's when I bring in the other track. I've noticed that. I don't
Okay.
know if you got that.
All right. So, and this is the mix that you sent me, I think, last week, right? On Thursday?
It's the most recent one, so I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so like I said, I want like you guys should be doing like these mixes at least twice a week, like 30 minutes each, and listening back to them. Because you need to hear how you're mixing and transitioning. So here's the thing, man. With your mix, um, your transitions were like it kind of didn't sound like you were trying to transition much. Were you trying to like just kind of fade them in and stuff, or were you trying to beat match?
I was just trying to do like a little like fade them in and like beat match at the same time. I don't know.
Okay. Um, I like we've gone over the beat matching stuff, but keep practicing, man, because what I hear this to me, this is what it sounds like. I mean, it sounds like kind of what I said. Like it just sounds like you're just fading one out and then fading one in.
Mhm.
Um, that's not it's not really DJing. Like to DJ like do your best and get tracks with like the same BPM. Match the beats up. You know what I mean? Like even if you're just looping a song, just practice it. Like loop it like this, and then just practice bring this one in, and then stop. Okay, then try it again. You know what I'm saying? Just even if it's a loop and stuff, just try because that's something we got to work on with you is just getting the beat matching on lock. All right. So when you send over your mixes, that's what I'm gonna be paying attention for. All right. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Here. Could you email me the link again? You have my email, right?
I think so. Hold up. Wait, the most recent one?
Yeah.
Mm, I'll send it to you right now. Let me see.
Yeah. Send it over. I was gonna like kind of play right now, but because I want you to like really know what I'm talking about um that way when you're practicing during the week, you know, what you need to be adjusting and improving on. Kato, did you record mixes? Is Kato here?
Is he? Is he here?
Kato, Kato, or whatever. Um, yeah, I just want to make sure that we're improving on that. Okay,
All right.
so
I just sent it to you right now.
okay. All right, and all right. So other than that, oh, let's see what he said. No, we can't hear you, man. Um, Tony, so we're gonna do studio class where we're gonna do like office class next week. What I just need from you guys is to are you guys gonna both be available for next week?
Next Thursday?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be available next Thursday. I don't work.
Okay.
Hello? Do
All
you
right.
hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, bro.
All right, for sure.
Did you record mixes?
I just got back my DJ laptop because I burned out the screen,
Oh, okay.
so I haven't been able to do that for like 2 weeks.
Okay, but you can now.
Yeah, I can now. Yeah.
Okay, for sure. So, well, this is what we need from you guys. All right. Two mixes, 2 30-minute mixes. Every week. Like doesn't have to be a certain type of music. Just you know, like I said, like if you're gonna practice, just click record and practice, and then just save it, put it on SoundCloud uh, as a private track, and then send it over. Um, that way we can, like I said, I just want to track your guys' progress on beat matching and the DJing aspect. Um, and also, um, if you guys need to bring one person next week, please. Um, any a friend that you think is interested in DJing, um, or a DJ friend that you know. Like
Okay.
I said, we really need to grow just the whole academy in general. So
Okay.
please, if you guys can like share the post or and bring somebody for next week, it'll be perfect since we're gonna actually meet in person. That way, it's not like, hey, dude, hop on this link or something like that. You know, and then that way, and you know, we'll DJ a bit, we'll have some fun, and they can see what's up. So if you guys can please bring one person each, that'd be great. And oh yeah, and your guys'
Oh, I
mix.
know someone.
You
Like,
got someone?
yeah, it was like some guy from Citadel that
Perfect.
me and Pac-Man met, and like he's like pretty chill.
Yeah, bring them.
Yeah, I'll text him.
Yeah, yeah. Please spread the word to anybody. Um, and then you guys' mixtape. So what I want you guys to do, and so these are gonna be, you know, assignments. You know what I mean? Because I really want you guys to progress and get better and become awesome DJs. Not saying you guys aren't progressing. I just want to keep it moving. You know, I don't want to stop. So we're gonna get started on putting together your like your final part, well, part of your final project, which is the mixtape. So if you guys can see here, this is what I do. You know, whenever it comes to making a mix, or like when I know I'm gonna be preparing for a mixtape, I um I just set a crate, and then little by little, I start throwing cool tracks that I find in here, and then eventually it'll become like at least enough for a mix. I mean, I don't let it just happen over time. You know, you also go ahead and look. But let's see. See this crate has 105 tracks, but I only used about, I don't know, I think like 40 for this mix for Primotion. So the reason why is because, you know, you swap tracks in and out that, you know, either sound good, or sometimes it'll mess up the flow of your mix, or they just don't sound good with the way they're being blended and stuff. So you just want to have your options, but you know, you want to keep it upbeat. Here, you know, all bangers, like all bangers. So keep it upbeat. Find dope tracks. Find dope remixes. Um, we need you guys to have at least 20 tracks in your crate. So make a crate. At least 20 tracks for your mixtape on the crate. All right.
Wait, so for the final, we have to have like 100 songs, right?
I know Pac-Man said that.
Yeah.
Usually, yeah. See, what I have here. Usually, yeah. Yeah, see, I have like 90 here.
Okay.
Um, but we'll go over like if you're gonna play 100 songs. You know what I mean?
Okay. And
But
then also like all the same, and have them like all,
the same BPM, you mean?
yeah, yeah. Have them
Um,
all.
no, they don't need to all be the same BPM. But
Okay.
if what you do need to consider is, like, you know, depending on what kind of mix you want to make, whether it's hip hop or EDM
Yeah.
or I don't know, house, anything. If you are gonna change tempos, just
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you know how you're gonna do it. So like, you know, you know, well, you guys are familiar with the DJ pools.
Yeah.
There's transitions, you know, so make sure you have those in there and stuff to make
If I
that.
want to do like a big gap transition, like a BPM,
What do you like a, oh, like
like
a
saying like
time?
100 and then going to like 120. would I need to get like that type of track?
Well, if you wanted to do a sudden switch like that, well, if you want, like, I would, yeah, I recommend a transition track like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I recommend them just because it'll sound clean.
Okay.
You here, I'm gonna play that one. This is like if I was going from, well, this is here. Let's go. This is 80 to 102.
My Java all white rank. Couldn't hit it if you could tag. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it, then you lost all the shine. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me.
So you could do something like that, or BPM Supreme has the slam edits. Where like basically you would like, you know, affect out, let's say this track.
Yeah.
You would affect. Let's see if I could do it. What would it reverb? So like this playing. It might sound messed up, but turn on the reverb.
Slow down, grab the wall.
It'd be a lot more intricate, but you know, I don't know if you've heard that, but you know, like echo it out, so it's like a delay out, but then you hit this.
Slow down, grab the wall. Wiggle like you tryna make your fall off. I look think I wanna smash you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do that, but yeah, if you're gonna be preparing for transitions like that, get edits like this. And also get, like I said, get remixes or like, you know, redrums, stuff like that, because you know you wanna sound a little bit different. You want, when people listening to your mix, they want to know like, oh, I'm listening to like a DJ mix, not just songs meshed together. You know what I'm saying? Get creative with it. Put some stuff that you like. Me personally, let me see, like, you know, I always throw EDM into my stuff. This is like old Skrillex that was into Moomba. You know, so people haven't heard that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So bring it into your mix. Introduce them. I think that's a really dope thing about a DJ too, is that you're exposing the public to dope music. All right, so next week, 20 songs in your mixtape crate, two 30-minute mixes, and bring a friend.
All right, for sure.
Cool. Do you guys have any questions?
Not really.
Tony?
Nah, I got it.
So that day we're just gonna do like a lot of mixing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beat matching.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of focus on the beat matching and stuff.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah. Cool. Because I mean, we gotta lock that down, and then so that we can get into like the more like complex parts of, you know, transitioning and stuff.
Yeah.
And then also, I mean, that's essential for you to record your mix.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, fam. I'll see you guys next week at 5 o'clock here at the studio.
All right, for sure. See you guys.
Sweet, man. Have a good one. Peace.
All right.